Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. As you can tell from the title of this video, the Thargoids have finally attacked. There's a few stations burning out this way, so do consider the entirety of this video a spoiler if you want to go out and check that stuff for yourself. Otherwise, hang tight and we're heading out that way right now. So the first thing you're going to see is when you head on over to the galaxy map, there's now a couple of new filters here. And there's two in fact. One tells you damaged stations, other shows you starports under repair. Now as yet there's none under repair because these have only just come under attack. And yes, they have been attacked by Thargoids. That's confirmed in a video released from Frontier today. So that should put to rest any notion that the Thargoids are not responsible for these attacks. However, it's quite possible that it's retaliation for the amount of Thargoids that us players have been attacking. So one of these stations under threat is the Aegis station, the Oracle. Now, these stations have not been completely destroyed, and we don't get to see them under attack unfortunately. However, we do get to see the aftermath, and as you can see here, they're pretty badly damaged indeed. Now, both the Orbis type as well as the Coriolis type of station have been under attack, and this one here has lost a huge section of its ring. In case people are wondering how it can be burning up in space, it's a comment I often see. Apparently people seem to believe that fires don't burn in space. But these stations contain huge amounts of oxygen as well as other flammable gases. So yes, when flammable material or flammable gases are vented into space, they will indeed burn. There is an interesting bit over here on the ring section though, wondering if you could fly inside the ring. You're going to be out of luck because as you can see there is an emergency force field protecting the interior of the station. But that said, the interior of the stations is indeed in pretty poor shape as we're about to see when we dock here. And you can see there's now request emergency docking.
Copy that, Commander. We've assigned a landing pad for you. Be careful.
And as you can tell from the responses from air traffic control, there is a sense of urgency here. And that extends to other environmental sound effects. So the interior of the station gets very, very hot, and check my temperature in a minute, you'll see it skyrocketing. But there's debris floating around inside, and there's fire, and yes, more than a few explosions going off as well. You may be wondering what's happening to station services. Well, as we'll see in a minute, nearly all of those are offline. If you do happen to get caught near an explosion, as I did just there, it will buffet your ship, and the shockwave will cause your ship to move off axis. I don't know if it will cause any damage, but it didn't appear to do any harm to my shield there. At any rate, as soon as you touch down on the landing pad, the station would automatically bring you down into the hangar bay, where temperatures are far lower. The emergency lighting down here adds a wonderful ambience to the place, and even the little screens in here, the holographic screens, do show the evacuation sign. And if you're lucky enough to have access to virtuality, then do come in here. It's very, very atmospheric. So station services, as I mentioned earlier, are pretty much completely out. You can't restock here, you can't repair, you can't really do anything. Even if there is a shipyard here, that will be inaccessible. And you may be wondering what happens to any ships you've got stored at a station like this. Well, I haven't been able to verify this myself just yet, but as far as I can tell from other people's reports, apparently all your ships are moved to the nearest safe station. There's some gorgeous UI effects going on here, as things are obviously not functioning fully. The mission board is completely dead. However, there are passenger missions, and passengers are the people that want evacuating out of the station. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a bug at the moment that Frontier are just about trying to fix, but you do need reputation in order to get these guys out of here. But that's something, as I say, Frontier are going to change, so you should be able to pick up any of these. And you can then take them to the nearby awaiting rescue ships. Now, if you are going to come out to one of these stations, something you're going to need to ensure to bring along is a heatsink or two. Your ship is going to rapidly overheat in here, and if you've already got a hot running ship, then there's a good chance you're probably going to take a bit of damage. Back to the subject of passenger missions just for the moment. That's something I'm going to be making a video of a little bit later on. So early on in this video we saw that the Oracle isn't the only station under attack. There are two others, three in fact, all of them Aegis stations. So it would seem that the Thargoids are making a target of Aegis himself rather than all of humanity. But who knows, maybe that will extend to the rest of humanity later on. Or just maybe Thargoids will be content with taking on Aegis. Talking of the Thargoids then, a new third variant has arrived. This one is called the Medusa, and it's far tougher than even the Basilisk. Initial reports seem to indicate that it's very unlikely that this one will ever be soloed, although never say never. Out here is Titan's Daughter, another Aegis station, this one a Coriolis station, and yes, this one too is on fire. Actually a gorgeous looking system here with some wonderful lighting as well. Now this has all been a very long time coming, but now it's here, it's hard to deny just how impressive it all is. At last it gives people reason to feel and see the nature of the Thargoid threat, and just maybe it'll make its way into the rest of the bubble at a later point. As yet, there's still no word on the new ship, the Type 10, but if indeed that is a Thargoid focused ship, then it's going to be needed very soon. I'll be back very shortly with another video on these unfolding events. For now, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.